The Knights Templar, or simply the Templars, were a Christian military order founded in 1139. The Templars rose to power after the First Crusade secured Jerusalem. At this point, Christian pilgrims started to travel to these holy sites from across the region. The Templars were formed to protect the pilgrims from being killed by marauders and bandits during their travels. The pilgrims were sometimes killed by the hundreds. In 1119, a French knight approached King Baldwin II of Jerusalem. He proposed creating an order for the protection of these pilgrims during their travels. King Baldwin agreed, and in the year 1120, the Templars were given a headquarters at the royal palace on the Temple Mount. The first Templars consisted of about 9 knights and relied on donations to exist. Their emblem was that of 2 knights riding on a single horse, emphasizing the Templars' poverty. The Templars' poverty didn't last long, and in a very short period of time, and with the help of the church, they fell into favor of wealthy Christians who would donate land, money, businesses, and their noble-born sons to help with the fight in the Holy Land. The Templars were also exempt from paying all taxes, abiding by all laws, and could travel freely throughout the region by authority of Pope Innocent II. The Templars only answered to this pope, and no one else. The Templars were given clear-cut instructions to assist the pilgrims in their travels, and to also fight in their crusades. The Templars' numbers began to swell once they had an abundance of resources. The main mission of the Templars was military in nature, but it was only a small percentage of the Templars that were able to become the legendary knights. Most of the Templars were in a support role, dealing with financial management and the logistics to keep the knights in the fight. The knights were sworn to individual poverty, but the order overall was extremely wealthy. They started the first banking and credit system, and also took direct donations from the wealthy. The way the Templar banking system worked, pilgrims would make a deposit to a Templar preceptory and would receive a document stating how much the deposit was for, and when they would reach their final destination, the pilgrims would produce the document to another Templar preceptory and receive the allotted deposit. This system helped protect the pilgrims while they traveled, and it also helped build the wealth of the Templars. The Templars had built up tremendous amounts of wealth and land. They ran financial networks all over Europe and the Middle East. The Templars were well known for building massive castles and churches all over the region. At one point, they owned the entire island of Cyprus. But this rise in power would all come crashing down on the Templars. After many losses militarily due to the strong leadership of the Muslims and the fractured Christian leadership, the Templars would have to seek refuge in different areas of the Holy Land. This would lead to a change in the Templars' priorities and move away from military missions to more financial interests. This change also made the Christians less supportive of the Templars. The Templars still could travel at will without tax or oversight. This made many nobles upset, especially after finding out the Templars were planning on taking land to make their own state. In 1305, Pope Clement V requested to meet with the Templar Grand Master. While at this meeting, the Pope discussed accusations of crimes by King Philip IV, who was in serious debt to the Templars. During the meeting, the Templar Grand Master and Pope Clement both agreed the accusations were false. In an attempt for Pope Clement to appease King Philip, he still sent him a request to help investigate these charges. King Philip jumped at the chance to manipulate the Pope. He wanted him to take action against the Templars. He even made more false accusations in the hopes that if the Pope did, it would wipe out his debt to the Templars. The Pope finally agreed with King Philip, and it was rumored that the king was going to give the Pope a large area of land and a huge sum of money. On Friday the 13th, 1307, all the Templars in France were arrested and tortured into confessions. The Pope also ordered the monarchs from around Europe to arrest all the Templars, seize their property, money, and businesses. At this point, the Pope started to have a change of heart. He tried to bring in an unbiased party to investigate the false charges. This made King Philip angry, and he threatened to use military force against the Pope if he did so. Not wanting a war with King Philip, the Pope allowed him to use the false charges to put dozens of Templars to death, mostly by burning at the stake in Paris. The Pope also agreed to disband the Templars at King Philip's demand. Most of the Templars fled the lands or were absorbed into other military units. It is rumored that the Templars that fled formed other secret societies. One of the most notable is the Freemasons. What do you think? Are the Templars still around? Are they the modern day Freemasons? If you find these types of videos interesting, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below.